My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slay the Spire. It's time for the daily climb. The Silent. Ooh, again? Oh boy. Certain future. And there's not that many plus thousands, so it's probably not going to be a particularly easy one either. Alright, shiny. We start with one rare card. Certain future, the map contains only one path. And Night Terrors, resting at rest sites, heals 100% of your max HP, but costs 5 max HP. Alright then, let's get into it. It's time for a challenge, apparently. We got... Okay. We have Grand Finale. You know what? A lot of the time when you play a daily and they give you a card, they don't give you the ability to make it work. I am going to call my shot right now. I am going to try and make the Grand Finale deck work. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to lose. Those are the two options for me. I am going to make it work. Or lose. Unfortunately, since it is now the 13th card in my deck, I actually can't play it. So, the easiest way to make a Grand Finale deck work, for us especially, is going to be having 12 cards in our deck. Then we draw 7 in our opening hand and just hope to heck that the Grand Finale is not in our opening hand, because then our second hand will have Grand Finale as we draw the other 5, right? So we could put variable drawing the deck and all of those kinds of different things, but initially what I'm going to look for is just having a 12-card deck. Like if I took Backflip, I would need... Like, I'd have 14 cards in my deck, and then I need Backflip to be played, so I can't avoid playing Backflip. No. Well, this was bound to happen quite often. This is going to be a very, very disappointing deck until I can remove a card. And I think pretty much every time I remove a card, or rather every time I want to add a card, I'm going to have removed a card in advance of that. Good golly gosh. Okay, decks. Nope. Actually gonna take the 3 damage just so that I can kill one here. Because currently we just have dead weight in our deck. Now, both Calculated Gamble and Expertise are examples of variable card draw. So you play cards out of your hand, and then you play Calculated Gamble, and you can choose how many cards it'll draw you, right? By choosing how many other cards you have in your hand when you play it. Or, same with Expertise, but it's by increasing or decreasing the size of your hand as well. If I want to commit to having Grand Finale be playable every single time, I take neither of these. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try as best I can. I am so pleased that we don't have a Gremlin Wizard on this map. In this set. Yep, I wasted those attacks. I didn't even think about it. I thought I was going to be doing my original amount of damage. Alright. Let's just kill the shield gremlin so that you stop protecting the fat gremlin. Then I can kill the fat gremlin. Then I can kill the mad gremlin. This is going to take a while as a result, though. We have to shuffle through our decks so many times before we actually get back to the possibility of even playing our Grand Finale. Easy does it. And the world's slowest fight continues. Enemies enraged. I've got neutralized silent. Beautiful. Strength potion is going to be super handy as well. Especially because I've got an elite upcoming and I still don't have a better than base deck. It's going to be rough to kill this looter. Because I do have to throw out all of my damage against him. Otherwise, he's going to just run away with my money. Now I get to take another 8. Yay! Good lord. Putting wounds in my deck. How dare you? 1000% we need to play that card. $21. Are we just gonna die in this fight? Yeah, it's pretty possible. Alright, we're fine. Beautiful. Juzu Bracelet, regular enemy combats are no longer encountered in question mark rooms. Bunch of stuff I can't play. I mean, I would love to smith here, but rest. It has to be. Yeah, I would have pretty much definitely died in this fight had I not chosen to rest there. Beautiful. 3 strikes in the next hand. We have a kill. Or we could just not. That's fine too. No strikes? How about that? Just all strikes at the very bottom of the deck. Don't mind if I do. Another dex potion for me. Well-laid plans would actually help us with the grand finale. It's going to mean that I need to change my deck size again though, because if I have well-laid plans, I'm going to need to either remove 2 cards from my deck or get a 3-card draw. That said, my current plan to remove a card from my deck and go down to only having 12 cards would mean that I'd still only have my grand finale playable on the second turn 5 out of 13 times. That's not that great. Curse cards can now be played. Beautiful. Thank you, Blue Candle. Alright, we got the Relic, Happy Flower. Every 3 turns, gain an energy. If you keep searching and you summon the enemy, if you've already got the Relic, I have been informed, then the Elite won't have a Relic. So now we'll leave without making a sound. Upgrade Neutralize is damn important. I'm going to go for the 100. I don't want to put a curse in my deck, even though I have Blue Candle, because I need to remove so many other cards right now. Like, I get 150 extra, but then I have to spend 75 of it removing a card from my deck. Remove a strike. We need to remove 1 more card before I can start adding stuff. Even Panache. There is a good Shiv Panache deck that you could start working on here. Oh, cool. Meat on the bone. If your HP is at or below 50% at the end of combat, heal 12 HP. Pretty good. We are actually almost certainly going to need to rest here. So I lose 5 more max HP, but I would probably die to the Guardian without that, so... probably worth my time. So the play here is basically going to be always hold Grand Finale. And eventually it'll be playable. Oh god, we're going to get heavily debuffed here. Grand Finale will never be playable with this deck right now. Because I have 10 cards currently that aren't Grand Finale. So I'll never have an empty deck. Because I've got 11 cards. Awesome. Well, I'll never have an empty deck if I keep Grand Finale in my hand, right? Because my deck is always going to shuffle on 5s. So what I need to do is not keep a card. I have 12. What? 5? Huh. I'm probably gonna lose this, but it's a learning experience. Yeah, because I go through the whole deck in 5 and 7. Is there any way with this deck, 13 cards, one's a power, already played it? Is there any way to actually have? No, because I'm always going to draw 5 every turn, right? So unless I could hold 2 cards, what I should have done is instead of upgrading Neutralize, upgraded Well-Laid Plans. That's what I should have done. I should have freaking known as well. Well-Laid Plans removes itself from my my play, right? Because it is by itself a power, gets removed from our deck. In long fights, this is what I'm talking about right now. It removes itself from play. Now, that thins our deck down to 10. Wait, but it's gonna be a skew because of this freaking Ring of Snake. See, the problem is the variable, like the deck is variable. First turn we draw 7, then 5, then 5, then 5, then 5, then 5, then 5. You get the point, right? It's 5 after that as well, just in case you're wondering. So in my opening turn, I need to draw 7 that aren't Grand Finale. In the second turn, I need to draw 5, including Grand Finale. Because the thing is, if I have a deck that is only 10 cards, a deck and a discard pile, rather, that is only 10 cards, if they aren't, 10 and 0 or 5 and 5, I'm never going to have a draw pile of 0. Because I have 2 in my draw pile, 8 in my discard pile, imagine, right? Then next turn I draw 5, so it shuffles my draw pile into my discard pile. It draws 2, and then it shuffles my discard pile into my draw pile and draws me 3 more, which gives me 5. No, upgrading Well-Laid Plans actually would have fixed this build. We're 100% going to lose this fight, by the way. There's no way that we can win. We just don't have any damage. We have created a deck in which the Grand Finale is the main point of the deck and is also entirely unplayable. I can keep it or not keep it forever, and I will never be able to play it. Because I have no, like, I can only have 6 or 7, depending on whether or not I keep a card, in my draw pile. Which means that my next draw pile will either have 1 or 2, and then the one after that, 6 or mother flipping 7. Yeah, I will actually never be able to kill this guy. I'm gonna drink all of my block potions. I'm gonna hold my defenses. I'm gonna try and get through this without doing anything else, but it's not happening. I need you to know that so that you're not disappointed when it doesn't happen. I shouldn't have struck there. I am misplaying at the moment as well. I am more than happy to admit that because I'm tilted and I'm trying to spend all of my time thinking about how could I have gotten this to work? How would this better work? All of those kinds of things. I am more than willing to admit I'm not doing well right now. Or rather, not playing well. You'll see it's correct. You'll see I'm telling the truth, though, when you look and see that my draw pile is literally incapable of being 0. With both of these block potions, I may have actually... Both of these defense potions, rather. I may have actually been able to prevent the end of this. It's these 32 hits that actually pose a risk. As long as we have our weakness, though, we're fine. This is really annoying. Putting the vulnerability on me is real frustrating, buddy. Okay, vulnerability wears off. Enemy's still weakened, thankfully. Yep. All right, it looks like we actually will be able to survive through this fight. Maybe I was a little bit hasty on my call of dead. Dex potion, thank you. Tools of the trade? It's an extra draw every turn. No, I just upgrade my well-laid plans or remove a card, and then this is a grand finale deck, and I only focus on removing. Nothing. Don't take a card. Cursed key. Well, because the thing is, my eventual playable deck, this is why 13 is still fine with well-laid plans. My eventual playable deck is the one that I need to worry about. So I can take Cursed Key, it's fine. Even if I get a curse in my deck, I'm fine. Well, this is a problem. We're going to lose a lot of HP in this fight. May have to use my Dex potion, because all of these birds are getting way more buff, and I can't really do anything about it right now. Alright. That frontliner does die with a single stab. See, unfortunately, these enemies are just getting stronger over time. Like, I'd like to put the bird on the ground right now, but I need to lessen the amount of my enemies on the field. It would have been reasonable to hold an attack there so that I am more likely to have 3 attacks in my next hand. Same there. I almost certainly should have done it both times. So here I will hold an attack. Mm-hmm. Nope. I need to drink that potion, and I'm still probably fucked in this fight. That said, thanks to the Dazed being included in our deck, we may actually, at some point, be able to play our grand finale. If I was able to add one more, that is to say, one more days to my deck by playing another skill there, I actually would have been able to play the grand finale this turn. I'm real mad about that. I'm going to hold on to the grand finale because if I play it, like, only playing it is going to get me through this fight. Weaken you. Fill my deck with Dazed. Hold on to the grand finale. We get to play it next turn. Not going to retain any of those. HP's taking a real beating here. Alright, good. Nope. Can't add anything until I've taken something out here. There are just so many fights for us that are going to be complete garbage. I think if I lose this, I may actually try it again. I may actually try it again and just upgrade the well-laid plans. Just to see how different life could have been. Okay. Constantly keeping the lower cost ones so that I get to play them. And then when I can, without extra cost, play a higher cost one, I'll do that. Yep, I mismanaged that. I should be holding the grand finale so that I don't have to draw through it to get to other cards now. All right. Now the deck runs as intended without upgrading the well-laid plans. Although I can also upgrade the well-laid plans. Does the deck become easier if I hold a card from this turn? So I hold a defend. My next hand, I get to play Grand Finale. And I play out whatever I want from then, right? But my hand after that, if I hold only one, right? So I've got 5 cards in my discard pile, a hand of 6. I hold another one from that hand, and no, I need to hold one this turn or next turn, and these aren't going to be inherently better than my cards next turn. No, I would have wanted to hold an extra one, as it turns out. I couldn't play the Survivor there because I would have discarded both of the cards from my hand, and I would have made my deck not line up for future turns. Unfortunately, my weakness did not wear off that turn. Okay. So every 2 turns, we get to play a Grand Finale. That's pretty good. Meat on the Bone is really saving my ass right now. If your HP is at or below 50% at the end of combat, heal 12. If I upgrade well-laid plans, I can pick up another card. I can also choose how many cards I want to retain with well-laid plans, so I can make sure that it's constantly working well for me. I can't keep resting at camps. I will just not have any max HP by the end of the game, and I'll die. This is the worst case scenario, getting Grand Finale in my opening hand without well-laid plans. The problem here is I still need to hold a card. Beautiful. Hold a card. If I can get another Grand Finale in this deck, whoo boy! You're gonna heal. I do need to upgrade this Grand Finale as well so that it's much more easily a kill. Nope. Ow! Alright, let's think about this for a second. Necronomicon, good or bad? Bad. I don't have any... I don't want the Necronomicurse. For the gosh sake, I don't want the Necronomicurse. It won't be even burnable with the blue candle. And I don't have any attacks of 2 or greater. I'm unlikely to pick up any. Nilari's Codex. No, I don't want to add cards to my deck. Enchiridion. No, not really. A lot of the powers are going to affect me or rather affect my draw. Ice Cream energy is now conserved between turns. That is super damn useful. Smith the Grand Finale, because it's my only source of damage. I now need my defensive cards to be a lot better. Bottle Tornado is pretty ridiculous. Because it's going to guarantee that Grand Finale is always playable on the second turn. Eventually. I really wish I had the ability to take the card removal and Bottle Tornado here. I'm gonna card remove because I need 7 plus 5 to have the possibility of playing Grand Finale on the second turn. I do want Bottle Tornado so that Well Laid Plans is always there with or before Grand Finale shows up in my hand. But 12. If I want to in my second turn guarantee, or rather if I want to in my second turn play Grand Finale, I'm going to need to not have more than 12 cards in my deck. After the second turn, with Well Laid Plans and Grand Finale, I'll be able to engineer turns where I get to play it. But that immediate impact is really important. Maybe I actually take Blood Vial here. Start of each combat, heal 2 HP. Yeah, I'm going to take it. I can't guarantee that I'm going to get shops later. And our HP is pretty damn important. All right, you're dying next. Oh, wait, you're weakening me. Fuck. So 50 with a weaken. 50 with a weaken is ideal 25% less damage whilst weakened, which is going to mean that I deal 12 less damage. 12.5. Right? And it always rounds down. So I should deal 37 damage, I believe. So I'm going to need to get you to not have that much HP. So a weaken on the frontliner, and I do need to hold a card as well. $37. Well counted, Ryan. Well counted. Just need to make sure that I'm always holding a card. Just one right now. Now, I'm going to say... crumbs. Adding wounds into my deck. Damn you, Taskmaster. Now, I'm going to say right now, this is a really, really difficult deck archetype to play, and it's also one I am not familiar with playing often. So if you feel like I am doing something wrong, first off, please check, because there's nothing worse than someone correcting you and they're wrong. The amount of comments I've gotten where people are talking down to me, which is, first off, don't do that. But then they're wrong about the thing they're talking about is hilarious, but also starkly not hilarious. I'm attacking the frontliner because this does half damage to the Grand Finale, does half damage to flying targets, or rather flying targets take half damage to everything. So this will guarantee that the Grand Finale kills it. Unfortunately, if I want to play Grand Finale again, I have to take this 13 damage. Because if I play any skills, I'm going to put a Dazed in my deck, and that's going to make it impossible for me to use my Grand Finale. Or rather, it's going to set off the numbers. Well, at the very least, we still heal back up, courtesy of Meat on the Bone. Nope, don't need any of that. I really want to rest, but I also really, really shouldn't. And upgrade one of my defensive cards. If I lose all of my max HP, I'm just, like, I'm dead then. Great, this is the worst case scenario. I get Grand Finale in my opening hand, but I don't get well-laid plans. And this is the worst case scenario because it means it is not going to be possible for me to play my Grand Finale for a while. Probably should have used both of my Dex potions there. Would have only saved myself 2 HP, but you know what? Yep, let's start doing that. Thankfully, I'm not weakened yet, so that does kill both of the frontliners. And you never add curses or anything into our deck, but you do make us vulnerable, which is gonna suck. Thankfully, it looks like you're summoning this turn, which I get to immediately mostly counter. Right, of course, because I'm weakened. I would love to play Survivor right now, but if I play Survivor, I discard both of the cards in my hand and I screw up my draw. Delectable. Life is garbage. We're probably dead. At the very least, I'm not weakened this turn. You know what? I'm alive. God, we have so much energy floating. If I can remove a card so that I can start to play a malaise in this deck, life would be so much better. Explosive Potion. Nope. Mother flipper. Whoa. Okay. So here's the thing about Runic Pyramid. If I could remove 2 more cards from my deck, I could play Runic Pyramid. Now we can consider one of those already removed, being Well-Laid Plans that plays itself out of my whatever. I would need to remove 1 more card, and then Runic Pyramid would be amazing. But I think I would die before I get the opportunity to remove another card from my deck right now. I think I have to take Lizard Tail for safety. Oh yeah, like there's the first possibility of maybe having the ability to remove a card. And then there before the very boss. So yeah, I was probably going to be way dead by the time I got that opportunity. Fuck you. This is another problem with Grand Finale decks. Enemies that put... What the shit is this? Enemies that put burns in your deck? fine, you're dead now. You are now dead. There is nothing you can do. Thanks for trying. Come on, put a burn in my deck. There you go. Giant piece of shit. Alright. That's okay, I'm just on half HP. No, less than half HP. Beautiful. Now, I know Malaise is eventually amazing for me, and it would probably completely incapacitate our final boss. But it means that Grand Finale won't be playable on my second turn. And playing Grand Finale on my second turn so that I can clear out a lot of the trash mobs is so important. I need to remove a card before I can take another card. I think getting Ice Cream was bad. Opening that chest and causing myself to get a curse from Cursed Key was bad. Was short-sighted. I have to hold a card here, so I don't really have a choice there. There we go. Grand Finale's playable next turn, but the problem is I hate you so much. These fire orbs are going to add cards to my discard pile. I think it's my discard pile. If it's my draw pile they add them into, I'm fucked. It's my discard pile. Good. So I at the very least get my first one off. Yeah. I don't really have the ability to rectify it. Like, you're going to put 2 burns in. You're going to put 1 burn in. I've already got 2 burns in my deck. Okay, so do have to hold one here. No, I just die. One in the draw pile, shuffles 12 in. Shuffles 12 in, discard these 2, it's 13. There's just no way for me to engineer a hand that gets Grand Finale. I tried. I really, really tried. This is a really extremely difficult... I need to make you understand how difficult it is to play this deck archetype. That backliner is going to kill itself by attacking me, by the way. And I just have to let that happen, because otherwise I'm not going to get any damage on the Flame Bruiser, and I'm just going to die. Cool. Extremely dead. I tried. I really did. That fight was going to kill me a lot of the time there. Even if I had a giant malaise, it was the fire orbs that kept getting summoned that I had nothing I could really do about there. This is the problem with the consistent idea of a grand finale deck. Now, if you've ever seen me do a grand finale deck before, or rather attempt it, you'll know that the things that I turned down on the first floor, being acrobatics, backflip, calculated gamble, and expertise, would typically be the way that I would get a grand finale deck to work, but then grand finale isn't the main aspect of my deck. And it's not the main aspect of my deck because it won't always be playable. It's not reliable. This deck is way more reliable in terms of ability to play grand finale, but all it takes is someone adding a wound, or a burn, or a daze, or any of those kinds of things, and anything except for the best, most finely tuned grand finale deck is dead. And that's pretty much what happened here. That's really unfortunate. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Grand Finale. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.